All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready? Okay, we've got a couple extra guests for you. We got Charlie Adler, Buster Bunny from Tiny Toon Adventures, Carlos Alazraqui, Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, and the man with the IMDb profile from hell, Tom Kenny!
When there's a runway, you just have to do that.
In the name of love. What? You gotta do the Bono. One more. Hello, David Grohl. How are you? Sorry.
The Dave Grohl leg break.
Edge fell first. The Edge fell first and did not break his leg.
Yes. I feel like we should move our chairs out there.
Well, we have the camera set up.
I feel too far away from you guys. It's weird. It's like no, we gotta. So you say for the camera, we should
that
stay
camera
here.
Right there, yeah, so that everyone can see.
Oh yeah, the camera. You don't want to get that close to a middle-aged man's face. Absolutely. Yeah, middle-aged man's anything, really.
It's great to have you all on the stage. This is wonderful. Oh, you guys go. I'm just going to be your moderator. Yeah, I'm just going to be here. But there's no shortage of questions. And the line of questions is right over here. For those of you that are going to ask questions, make sure that you're about 3 fingers away from the mic. Get as close to that mic and speak bold and clear so that they can hear you up here. All right?
Hey, SpongeBob! I ripped my vocal cords.
Be loud and obnoxious like us. It's a good way to live your life.
We go right to the Q&A?
Whatever you want to do. Sure.
Hey, you're driving the bus, baby.
Oh my God.
Well, the reason we're up here, it's kind of, in case you're wondering, is that both Tom and I, our first cartoon was Rocco's Modern Life, and thank you, Rocco's Modern Life. Yes, we had a panel yesterday, and then this is where we met the fantastic Charlie Adler, and Tom was so gracious to share his time with us. But go ahead and ask all your questions for Tom. We're just here because he wanted us to be here. We're here for decoration. Thank you.
I'm not gracious. I'm thinking like value added, man. I mean this is like a voiceover 101 class, you know, that the 2 best voiceover dudes I know, and then I can just coast on their fumes. You have a question?
Say your name and then ask your question.
Oh, I'm Christopher.
Hey, Christopher.
Can I clarify first that you did do the announcer voice for, what's it called? The Powerpuff Girls, right?
The Powerpuff Girls, absolutely. Yeah. So once again, the day is saved thanks to Christopher. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girls. I haven't gotten to do that in a while.
My question is, can you possibly do a short conversation between SpongeBob and the announcer over the confusion of a peanut?
Okay.
Come on, say it. Come on, I want you to. Please. Come on, say it. Come on, please, just once.
All right, SpongeBob, just this one time. So once again, the day is saved thanks to this big goofy peanut guy, Goofy Goober, SpongeBob SquarePants.
My day has been made.
Thank you.
Thank you, Goofy Goober.
Only 1,000 more questions, Tom.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Eddie, and this is sort of like a general question, but I am also an actor, and so thus I use my voice a lot, and I was wondering, like, what do you do to, like, preserve your voice?
Wow, do you have any, Charlie, do you have any methodology, any regimens?
Remember what Richard Simmons said to me when we were doing Rocco? Keep it moist.
Well, Richard was right. Keep it moist. But get voice training. Know how to use your voice. Take a voice class. Take a singing class. You know where the muscles are and how to support it, how to not hurt yourself when you're yelling, and then do what I do.
Yell! Yeah, if you yell with some kind of correct method, then you won't blow it out. You know, when you know, all 3 of us make our living, you know, because of this little flap of skin like that big, you know, so it's
Speak for yourself.
Here's what not to do.
Very good, parents!
Don't do that.
And really guttural voices like
SpongeBob's easy. Like the higher voices you can do all day. Those don't hurt.
but the guttural ones like you just did, you know, where like Eduardo from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friend like him. Like I like potatoes. Like somebody like Eduardo, if you have to do him for like 4 hours, then it really starts. At the end of the day, you're going, man, I think I better put back on this. Gracias. I am not a skinny baby.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Good luck in the business.
Hi, my name is Pablo.
Hey, Pablo.
I had three quick questions. This one's kind of an icebreaker for me. For you, Tom Kenny.
I know all about ice. I'm the Ice King, damn it. I don't need a whippersnapper dressed like the Joker to tell me about breaking the ice.
Okay,
Back to
so,
Arkham with you.
okay, so if you were put yourself in place of SpongeBob in the SpongeBob movie, how would you feel if you were in between David Hasselhoff's pecs?
Come on, man, this is great. He's kind of like my kit. He has Kit and I have David. So David is kind of like, I'm the Knight Rider of David Hasselhoff. You know?
When they did the first movie, they had to build like a big mock-up of David Hasselhoff's back. And I went down to the set, and it was like, you know, yeah, it was like this big, and then there was like legs, you know, it was maybe like 8 or 9 feet long. And I went down to the set, and they were individually, the prop guys were individually like putting back hairs on the. They were putting like back hairs, like a wax sculpture. It was amazing because when SpongeBob and his friends are on there, when they're cruising, you know, when they're cruising like a motorboat, that's the actual prop. And I'm like, I like that you put hair on David Hasselhoff's back, you know. David Hasselhoff is the craziest.
Does that exist? Does that prop still exist? Do you have that?
Boy, I wish that I had that. I don't know what it's probably in some Raiders of the Lost Ark warehouse somewhere, you know. Some guy with a forklift just putting it in a corner.
This next one is for all three of you, actually. As far as in terms of voice acting, because last year at Supercon, I was at Roger Bumpus's panel, and he had mentioned how for voice acting, it's pretty much a deal where no matter how you're feeling any day, you always have to come in just ready to do it, no matter what, no matter how what's going on. So can you elaborate more on that? Like, is it always just like you have to do it?
It's called discipline.
Yeah.
And doctors and lawyers and plumbers and nurses go the exact same thing in their discipline. It's up to you to make that choice. Do you want to give 10% or 100%? I think 100 is probably the best. So yeah, it's your job. That's what you're paid to do. You try not to let an audience down ever.
Yeah, but you know, so obviously, if you don't sound right, like if your voice is blown out and you don't sound right, or you know, then to me, there's no worse feeling because we all love what we do for a living, and we're all kind of workaholics, you know. So when you come in and you just can't quite bring the voice, and you look on the other side of the glass and you just see them like doing this, and you're like, oh man, it's sounding wrong. I thought I could push through whatever I've got and make SpongeBob sound like SpongeBob, but they're going, yeah, he's just not sounding right today. It always feels like a defeat, like a blah blah. You know,
we're just not getting the ba. We're getting ba, but it's not there, Tom. We're getting the ba. We're not getting the.
But it's a job. We
don't let anybody down. You don't want. Who here wants to let people down?
Yeah, and we're all mentally ill people pleasers anyway.
Yeah, you try to come prepared and try to do the best you can, but sometimes you blow out your voice. I had a session with Charlie the other day. I got the cortisone shot in the butt and some oral steroids and powered through it. But you try not to do that. You try not to.
The cortisone shot in the butt is a great trade secret.
Yep.
And it's so much fun for about 4 days.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's finger looking good.
No, Carlos built a DC-10 in the middle of the night, the first night he was on it.
Thank you, because I'm in theater, so I can apply that to that.
Yes.
That's right, cool. You do 8 shows a week, you don't miss a show, it's your responsibility.
Yeah.
You do it.
Yeah.
And this is just a really quick request from Tom Kenny, because my girlfriend is here, but she's too shy. She's right here. She's too shy to ask this. In the SpongeBob voice, can you say Kevin?
Sure. Hi, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're my favorite sea cucumber.
Hey Tom, my name's Mario.
Hi, Mario.
I wanted to ask, yesterday it was mentioned that you were in a couple punk bands before you were an actor, and I just wanted to know what were some of your favorite bands at the time?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. Yeah, I played like, I was like in local bands in my hometown and stuff like that. Like we never had a recording contract or anything, but we always played and it was fun. Like we were kind of the only kind of punk band in our hometown. Like everybody else were like, Platform Shoes and Dry Ice, doing Genesis covers. And then we loved the Ramones and the Sex Pistols, all that stuff. It's hard to think. Thank you. I still, all the stuff I loved when I was 14, I still love. But, it's to kids now, it's weird to think that I was 14 in a world where the Ramones were brand new, and the Sex Pistols, and the Clash, and like all these bands. And then we all loved old stuff. We all loved, we loved the Who, and we loved the Kinks, and we loved, stuff that was a generation back, and like old blues. My son is named after Muddy Waters. Blues and rockabilly, and just anything that was real, that's real rock and roll, which was in short supply during the Styx Journey besotted 1970s.
You're a big Ramones guy, right?
I was a huge Ramones guy. I'm still good friends with Marky, the last Ramone standing.
That's cool. Thank
But
you.
thanks. Yeah, wow. I've never been asked that question. Thanks, man.
Hi, my name is Corey.
Hi, Corey.
I have two questions for Tom and then one for all of you guys. Okay, so out of anything you've ever done, whether it's series or show, who's your favorite co-star and or director to work with?
I have two favorite co-stars that I've worked with over the years.
They're not here.
Both of them have the initials CA. Carlos Alazraqui
What's your middle
and
name?
Charlie
What's your
Adler.
middle name?
Jaime.
Jaime.
Michael. So, all right, see you.
So no, one thing that's great about voiceover is that it's pretty rare, like to get out of the gate in voiceover, you have to be easy to work with for the most part. You gotta be quick on your feet, and if you're like an unpleasant, pain in the neck person, you don't really get called in very much by the casting people or directors. I mean, obviously that's not true 100% of the time, but almost 100% of the time. So I would say that I've had very few awful experiences with co-stars or whatever, and on something like SpongeBob, Powerpuff Girls, Rocco's Modern Life, Adventure Time, it's so boring to say it, but like everybody's so nice and functional and wonderful compared to the on-camera world that we've all dabbled in before we got into voiceover. Like everybody's so dysfunctional and paranoid and crazy that when you get into cartoons, you go, wow. Everybody's kind of sane here, everybody's pretty together.
You could see it if you saw the documentary I Know That Voice.
John DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio. You can see a kindred spirits between all voiceover actors, and we all like each other, and so generally that's why you're always working with somebody that's really cool.
And I also think because the nature of our work is to pull our pants down and be stupid, that we can't afford to go, well, my character wouldn't say poo-poo.
Right.
We don't do that. It's just have a good time, play.
Yeah.
So you're in the sandbox with a bunch of idiots. It's wonderful.
It really is all about playing, and it's great to have a job where that's what the job is to be as uninhibited as possible and not worry what you look like when you're doing the voice. Not worry about what your age, height, gender, whatever is. I mean, the beauty of voice acting is any character you can sound like, you can be.
Yeah.
And that's really lets us play a much wider range of roles than we ever would be allowed to play on camera.
Well, there's no isms, there's no ageism, there's no sexism, there's nothing. It's what you bring is it. It doesn't matter. There's nothing stopping you but your own skill or lack of skill.
Tom, can you tell the story of you and I coming into Rocco's Modern Life? It's our first cartoon, and tell them when you saw Charlie, what it was like.
Yes, I had never done voiceover before. I had done one or two jobs, but I wanted to be on a cartoon series so bad, and it's what I wanted to do. And Carlos was nice enough to recommend me and bring me to the attention of Joe Murray, the guy that created Rocco's Modern Life. So I auditioned a couple of times, I got the gig, Heifer, Rocco, we come in.
Both scared.
both like, you know, feeling like we don't really know what we're doing. And Charlie, who was Ed Big Head, Bev Big Head, and a whole bunch of other characters on the show, I remember was having a three-way conversation. And the character, Ed was talking to Bev, and then there was some third character that was in the mix too, and they were going, Charlie, do you want us to record each of these separately? You know, we'll get each character separately, and then we'll mix them together. And he's like, no, forget it, no, we don't need to do that. And then, so the next thing I knew, there was this guy channeling, you know, like The Exorcist, like 3 different people in real time, having a conversation, papers flying around like a freaking hurricane there in the booth. And me and Carlos looking at each other going, we suck. We totally suck, you know? And it really was like, you know, it's the closest I've ever come to being a jock in my life, where I look and I go, man, I gotta up my game. I gotta up my game if I'm gonna be on the varsity team. I gotta get better really fast. And well, you are a jock, so you probably you know. But what was your reaction to Charlie?
Same thing. Your famous jaw drops open, and I was just like, oh my god, this guy is so good. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't hang because all the suits were there, all the executives, and I'm going, hey, oh my, hey, oh my, and Charlie's like, and I'm just like, I'm like
speaking in tongues, you know. It's
I can't hang. I cannot hang with this voiceover world.
You make me feel delicate and loved.
No, we love it. You know, it was kind of a cementing, like a cementing moment for me. You know, where I'm like, I want to do this, but what was cool about it was I realized that unlike the on-camera world that I had been in, and even unlike the stand-up comedy world that we had both come from, Carlos, was that voiceover really did seem to be more of a meritocracy, because it didn't matter what you looked like. So it's like, if you could be versatile and easy to work with, and not a pain in anybody's butt, you would work a fair amount once people became aware that you were out there, you know? So the challenge became just letting the people casting the shows and stuff like that know who you are, and that you're out there, and that you can do a whole bunch of different things. Hey, I can also do angsty superhero shows, not just crazy comedy shows, and convincing them that you have a range was probably the toughest part of the game.
There's something else to that too, is we don't know, I'll speak for myself, but I don't know on any given day what I don't know. Meaning, a day starts, something will appear in front of me, and I'll go, I've never done that. And that's what's exciting to me, is the idea that it's not just, well, this is the box that I live in. What's so wonderful about this medium is that the box just gets bigger.
Yeah, and I've also realized the value of saying that you can do stuff that you don't know how to do.
I can do that.
I go, hey, can you do horse sounds? And you go, yeah, I can do that. And you're like, oh man. Then you go home and watch a bunch of horse videos on YouTube, you know.
That's not exactly
yeah.